Oh my gosh, it's Peppy Pig!
What is up, my guys? It's your boy, Peppy Pig. And yeah, we got a new skin. It's looking pretty slick. Some people call me Peppy Pig, but you know, I've always been a spider pig as well. So, last episode we built a crazy mob farm with just a crazy system. But basically, we did it after we AFK'd. We ended up with so much drops. Like, look at this, guys. All the drops are in the system. We are very wealthy now. But aside from that, I have been doing a lot of work around the base, and I drained all of under here last night, which took me about 3.5 hours. There's a lot of water. As you can see, these are all the sections that I made to section it off. It took a long time. It did. And we have up here, I took out the roof, and I took out the roof for Prismarine, so now it's soul sand. Might replace with something else, but it's a couple like 1,000 blocks, so it's a lot. And then I also replaced all the borders here with just some bone blocks. Looks a little bit nicer. But that's not what we're doing today. Today, in this episode, we are going to build a slime farm. Yep, a slime farm. So I moved my nether portal, just preparing for getting villagers over here, transporting from spawn. But so far we laid out our slime chunk. Our slime chunk is inside this area, so first thing we have to do is get some sand so we can drain the area. And right now, if we go down here, I dug out a little bit just to test if it was, make sure it was a slime chunk, double check. Oh, as you can see, we got one little slime, but nothing crazy yet. We only got one spawning floor, and where we were sitting there, the guardians take up a lot of the mob cap, so we'll have to find an AFK position later. But first things first, we gotta fly to the desert and get some sand. And there is the desert. Now it's time to get, hopefully, our shulker box full of sand. So, I was thinking, I've been thinking about my base recently. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it, but I'm pretty sure I have an idea. So, I was thinking that at the top of most of my base would be at the top. So, like, a nice skyscraper or like a circular kind of tower. I don't know, I've seen some designs that look really nice, and I want to come up with my own design. But a circular tower, and at the top, a big circle to cover the roof of the guardian farm so it's not visible. And then underneath our guardian farm, with all that space, we can put all our farms, like our automatic melon and pumpkin, like sugar cane, wheat, carrots, all the big farms. Our industrial farms can go underneath, and then our actual base part with like sorting system could be up top in the big tower, which was my idea of what I'd want to do. Alright guys, we got our conduit down, and now we're just placing the glass panes, and then we can start draining this hole and then mining out the rest. I'll see you guys once I get all these glass panes in. Alright guys, we are back, and we've gotten all the glass panes in. It took a couple minutes, and it took a lot of stacks. I'm not sure if the water will hold up here, and I know they are waterlogged, so we might have some issues with that. I'm hoping we don't. I had a lot of issues on my ocean monument with glass panes, but regardless, I use glass panes anyways. Probably not the smartest idea. They look nice. It's kind of, you can't even see them actually when I'm in this section or when you're up here. Can't even tell really. But now we have to put in our columns so we can start draining it out. So that is the next step. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 wide, 5 by 5s. I'm just gonna place sand in. And back to mining sand, cause we run out. Alright guys, we are back. We got all the sand in. we had to go back and get another full shulker box. So it took about a double chest and almost, I'd say, a half of sand just to get this filled in. So that was a little bit crazy, but now we can get draining and we'll know if the glass panes are a problem or not right now. And it looks like they are going to be an issue, a big issue. Well, it's time to wrap the whole entire thing in prismarine, just like this. That's one side done. Another side done. Another side done. And the last wall is done. Now we can get to draining. So basically, now that the glass is blocked off, we won't have as much problems with the water coming back in. So as you can see, we can just drain away a lot more easier than before. And there we go. Only problem is those pieces there, but we'll get them. And it's drained. About 7 trips to the furnaces, maybe 8. We have drained all the water out. There's some spots in the glass that are a little bit not drained, as you can see. Oh, maybe not. Okay, thought there was more. I think they're on this side more. Stuff like that. Just a couple spots there to fix up, but nothing too crazy. About 3 or 4 spots like that, and we're gonna put torches down, take all the sand down, and be able to start digging. But before we start doing our sand, I'm gonna put the beacon down so we can mine right after we get rid of all that sand. And another thing we gotta do before we take out the sand, or we don't have to, but I want to do, is get rid of all this dumb prismarine, so look a lot nicer. Alright guys, I took all the walls down, so now it's time to get on with the sand removal. Oh yeah, this is going to be the easiest part of this so far. Oh, so easy peasy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we got all the sand out. It is looking pretty cool. The view is nice. Looks a little bit weird, but all the sand is out. And now we have a drained area in the ocean. So now, now I have to mine out all of this area, all the way down to bedrock. So that's gonna be a long one. Well, I have never done that before. I broke my only mending pickaxe. Oh, darn. Alright guys, we're back. I got 2 efficiency 5 picks. I enchanted them and put some books on them. And this is all we got right now for pickaxes. Hopefully we can make it last while we mine out the rest of this. And I believe we have, yeah, we only got about 20 more layers to go, so it shouldn't take long. Alright, we have got the hole mined out. Now as you can see, we got a slime. Oh yeah, baby. Big old slime. Now we just have to put the platforms in. Typically in a slime farm you would put the platforms all the way to this wall. But because I don't want to mine out anymore and I'm lazy, and I think we'll have enough slime the way it is, we're just leaving the 3-block gap within the slime chunk. But later if we want, we could expand it. But this should be good for our needs. We're gonna do 2.5 tall layers, and we should be able to get like around 10 or 11 layers in, so be plenty of slimes pouring in. Alright guys, we're back. We've got all the platforms into place. Just gonna take a quick fly over here to spawn in some slimes. It didn't take very long because the platforms are quite small, but I probably would have been better off going with a single chunk slime farm if I was gonna do, if I knew I was just gonna make the pad so small, but nevertheless we have what we have now. And as you can see, oh, there's just slimes on slimes. And it is quite good. It should be more efficient than I need. So as you guys, so now all I need to do to complete the slime farm is make a collection system. That's it. So I was thinking I was gonna use iron golems to bring the slime in through water, or put all the water towards the middle, and then put an iron golem in the middle with some magma blocks, so they just die in the magma. And then that should be pretty much sufficient enough to kill the slimes. And then we'll have a storage system that leads back to our base. That's the plan. Alright, so I surrounded the area in water. I have these blocks here so they would create source blocks. So I only needed the one or the two water buckets. And now if I release this water, I just want to see how far it spreads because I'm not quite sure where it's going to end up. We might not have enough water here to make our area, but I'm hoping we do. I'm hoping the sides or the back ends reach the middle, or at least close to the middle, so we can put our iron golem there. But it's looking like we are going to be able to do exactly what we want to do. Oh, not that. Okay, okay. Yep, the whole area is covered in water. That is perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Kind of. Only problem to this is there's no actual center point, so we would have to mark off the areas about here. Iron golem's gonna have to, might have to have a couple iron golems here. That's all. So I had to tear down my beacon over there quite a bit. Pretty much there's nothing left at it. To get enough iron for the iron golems and for all these hoppers. So I will need to do some more AFKing at the iron farm, or my plan is also to make 2 or 3 iron farms on near this base, so I don't have to AFK over near spawn. But basically, the first thing I have to do is put these barriers in so that slimes won't be able to get to the iron golems. It's pretty important. And after that, I'm gonna put the hopper system in, which will be right here along this aisle closest, and the magma box before that to kill the slime. So I think because the gap is here, we're gonna have to make this pretty not, just make sure they can't get in. So this should work right here. Slime shouldn't be able to hit the iron golems like this. And there we go. Now it's time to put the iron golems in. So as I'm putting the iron golem here, I'm realizing that he doesn't want to stay in a 1 block gap. So yeah, I think we need glass paint. Alright, so I believe after quite a bit of tries, we got something that works. The slime don't seem to be able to hit the iron golem, which is good. But I can. All we need to do is add in the magma blocks now, and we should be good to go. Well, guys, I died. As you can see, trying to kill a guardian. I was just cleaning up my farm. I was not paying attention to my health because usually I have a chest plate on, and usually Usually I have resistance and regeneration, so I don't have to pay attention to my health, but yeah, big rip. Oh, I really wish there was a way to turn this off. What is going on, guys? We have got the killing mechanism in place with our loot collection area, and as you can see, yeah, it is looking very good. I was over top of the Guardian farm, so no slimes really spawn when I'm on that side. I have to go to an AFK spot over there for the slimes to actually spawn consistently. But nonetheless, we have our storage underneath here. I can show you that guy. I can show that to you guys. Basically, just gonna make 2 holes, one for magma and one for soul sand, and then it'll suck us down and push us up. So that's pretty good. And then our storage system, already pumping out some slime balls. It's been a few minutes, but definitely gonna be great source of slime balls. So right now I'm just making these source blocks so they'll actually work as intended. And then after that, everything will be in place. We just need to go to our AFK spot and we'll be able to get lots of slime. So that's good. But the reason I'm doing this now is it is temporary, because I want to make just a system that shoots all the items from down here up top, and we run out of kelp. But basically a system that shoots all the items from up here up top, and I'll have like a building to store all the slime up here. At least that's my hope for it. So that's the end plan, but right now we don't really have much time, and I just want to get slime balls so I can work on other projects, but definitely something we can come back and fix up later. So yeah, we just need to get these into place. This side will be our upstream. And we need to fix up these areas. And this side will be our downstream. Alright, so I fixed up that. We have our column coming down here. And then if you go this way, we have your column going up. Pretty standard. Nothing too crazy. Just a way to get up and down. Didn't feel like using ladders. Yeah. Probably should use ladders. But now what we are going to do is like a 10-minute AFK session approximately. Going to take all the slime balls out and come back in about 10 minutes and see how much slime balls we have got. Alright guys, we are back from our little bit over 10-minute AFK session, and I'm ready to see the results. Oh, here we go. So these are the ones we got from before, and now if we look, oh wow, about 4 stacks of slime balls in 10 minutes. That is just amazing. Yeah, I think all we need to do now is maybe let us in caves around the area, but this is going to supply us with more than enough slime balls. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It has been a fun one. It's been a long one again. It took about 2 or 3 days to make this episode. It might be a bit short, but hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in episode 8.